We're going away to try out this electric Enviro 400 EV. So I'm just going away to Kirriemuir and make a shot at this.
Goes all the way up to
I'm going to try this Dennis EV 400. It's going from Dundee bus station C8 to Kirriemuir, and I'll get some footage on it while I do the travels on this. So I'm going to try this one out. It's fully electric. You get driveline sounds and everything, and the electric motor sound. One thing I noticed as well is it doesn't have this high floor like what some of the electric buses do. This one's actually got more of a headroom on it at the rear back on the lower deck. The other models with the BYD Bulger Dreams, Alexander Dennis body, the headroom is a lot less in the back, but this, I think this is a wholly designed by, completely designed by Alexander Dennis, Enviro electric. And there's more headroom in the extreme back with the lower deck. So I'm just leaving Dundee Seagate bus station. We're in the 22 service to Kirriemuir, Stagecoach East Scotland. Notice it doesn't have the emergency door here that's covered on, it's at the middle of the offside. There's this bit here which is a bit annoying because it's actually taking away a seat. So there's two seats on this side and two seats on the side of it. So it's one seat missing with this whatever's here. I don't know what that is, but Stagecoach new livery. Fast in acceleration now, so quite nippy, quite quick off the mark these things. So being an electric bus as well, electric motors deliver torque right from the moment the thing is pumping up. In contrast, an engine where the RPMs have to be higher for the torque to reach its maximum. Electric motors start torque from stall speed, 0 RPM, lining me up. That's the characteristics of the electric motors. And yes, I still prefer diesels, internal combustion engines, petrol cars. I'm just here to learn, just to build my knowledge on these things. I like to try things out. I'm still a diesel person, petrol engine person at heart. But I am giving this a shot, so I like to learn as well. I like to know what vehicles are real. New technology, I like to try it out. This might have a range, like a low range and a high range. Being in the low range you'll get more torque. It'll be slower but more torqueier, so quicker acceleration. When it goes in the high range it'll be faster but less torque. So in essence it's like a gearbox, planetary gears. So I'm guessing that's what might be there. I'll have to research into more to find out. One of the Explore Dundee BYD Alexander Dennis electric buses there. So it's a BYD chassis. This one's got the Alexander Dennis chassis electric, whereas that's BYD chassis with an Alexander Dennis body. And I've driven them many times because I work for Explore Dundee as a bus driver. So. first spent the first 5 years of my life, 1975 to 1980, in this area. So a bit nostalgic coming to this route. I'm never on a Stagecoach bus from this part of it. I normally drive in the city in this route, but so, electric bus down here. Long road just going down onto Berwick. It's a bit of a nostalgic area for me. So I spent the first 5 years of my life at Kirriemuir, at this area. And I remember the buses that ran here on the 17s with, back then it was Tayside Regional Transport. There's one of the 17s there on the single decker. It'd be hard to zoom in on that, but it's there anyway. The distance in my head. On the left. And that house has been knocked down, just demolished in 1995. Unlike the 17 continues on around the back of it. This 22 service with Stagecoach turns up here, goes into the countryside this way. 17 continues on along there in the Whitfield. It's very seldom I'm on a bus going along this way. Getting that bit of footage as well. It's Whitfield High School up there on Tarzan Island. Hill with the mast on it, the pylon on it. It's known to the locals as Tarzan Island. Since moving from Kirriemuir Crescent, I've stayed in Minas Hill ever since 1980. 45 years. Related to the current date. I used to come here on Sundays during the early 90s just for nostalgic sake. Go for a walk around this countryside area. It's quite nice being here again on a lovely sunny Saturday afternoon. I was going to say Sunday, but Saturday. Just coming out of the wood, not woodside, water. Oh, I can't remember what it's called now. Burnside maybe. Burnside of Dundee. Burnside of Dundee. It's a lovely bridge. I was at high school back then in 1991 and 1992, and I used to come here on Sundays because obviously being a weekend I was day off from school, and I used to walk around all these areas just for old time's sake. As I say, I spent the first 5 years of my life here at this area, so from 1975 to 1980. I used to come here on the sunny Sunday afternoons, particularly 1991 and 92. I was only like 16 then. It was an adventure thing. There was all derelict garden walks in Whitfield that I used to like to look at. I was always interested in the architecture of these. I've done a separate video on that, the garden Whitfield houses. Anyway, back to the bus. This is what this is about. So it's Hale and Vibe, wasn't it? No? I'll do that before you was waiting on that. Inside the Dundee. So we just came through that bubble area. doing all the driving, that's for sure. I'd like to get a wee break. On Google, Alexander Dennis Enviro 400 electric vehicle. Kirriemuir, by the way, with the masts on it. Den. It's quite a windy road, this. The blue dot is where I am. That's my current position on Google Maps. Heading for Kirriemuir. It's the Angus transmitter, not like mast. Over in the horizon, I was looking out towards the Glens, the Glen Mountain Range. Right on the far horizon. system as well. So this is pretty much the centre of Kirriemuir now. So I'm going to get this bus home. I just missed it. So I had to make it a regular dash here because as soon as I got off that electric bus, I had to get this bus, Dundee bus, come back home. So I've only got very brief footage as I got off. So I'm on a regular, it's an Alexander Dennis Enviro 400 mmc, obviously a full diesel voice transmission. So as I literally got off the electric, this one behind it, so I only got limited footage as it was pulling away. I was lucky to get this one, other than that I'd be waiting another hour. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. I'll just show you a wee bit of sample of this. I've done the videos on this before. This is a regular diesel Alexander Dennis Enviro 400 mmc, just in contrast to the electric one that I was on. It's a 16 plate, this one. So. And these are the same as the ones I drive in Dundee that are on the 22 service, and also the ferry, 68 plates. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for watching. Bye for now.